What's going on? You tuned in once again to your big bro trend. You're watching the right video. This is a very profound, exclusive video. Okay, we're gonna talk about dreams and nightmares and what they really mean when you have dreams and nightmares. Okay, I'm about to give you the profound truth. All right, and this is gonna blow your mind. Okay, so I'm assuming that you probably have dreams at night on a regular basis, or maybe you just had a dream and you're just trying to figure out what this means. All right, and I'm also going to explain what nightmares mean also. All right, so let's get down into it. Stay tuned to the end of this video. Also, if you resonate with this video, make sure you don't forget to subscribe to your big bro trend for more exclusive videos, over 2,400 videos. All right, so anyway, let's talk about what dreams are. All right, so dreams take place in the human brain. Like when your body shuts down, when you're not thinking anymore, your mind is still working. Okay, even though you are asleep, even though we may appear to be asleep, our mind is still working. The mind never sleeps, so it's always dreaming. Okay, we are actually dreaming as we are awake through the day. That's why when you walking or you just talking like this, you can literally still hear yourself dreaming and talking to itself in your mind. When you're not even talking, you can still hear the chat in your mind. You can still come up with images in your imaginations on what it will look like before you had it or what is about to happen. You're still dreaming, even though you are conscious and you are woke. Okay, so the same thing is happening when you go to sleep at night. You are still thinking. Okay, and it just so happened that, you know, even though you were asleep, while you were dreaming, even though you were asleep, for some strange reason, you are still conscious enough to remember little small bits and pieces of the dream that you was thinking while you were asleep. The mind is very powerful. The mind is fascinating. Okay. And of course, you're not going to get every neurolinguistic mystery solved in this video, but I'm going to tell you exactly what dreams mean, because I personally, I have a dream every single night. All right. So when you have a dream every single night, or you're having simultaneous dreams to the point where you begin to like remember them, you begin to remember the people, you begin to remember the plots and what was happening and the color of the car and what you were eating. Those are called lucid dreams. Lucid dreams. Okay, it's called lucid dreaming. One of my favorite movies that talk about lucid dreaming that you should probably watch is called Inception. 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 And it's basically talking about how the movie is basically talking about how your dreams happen in different stages. All right, and you don't know that you're going in different stages while you're asleep. But if you are a lucid dreamer, I'm pretty sure you've noticed that sometimes while you're dreaming, you wake up inside of another dream. And then you wake up inside of a more vivid dream. Then you wake up inside a dream where you're in this place, in this location. And then all of a sudden you wake up. You was like, where was I? So another thing that ties into this is also the spirit. All right. We are spiritual beings, just having a human experience. So we're also spirit. Okay. The body is just a shell. This is just the outer shell of the spirit that's on the inside of us. Okay. Which is located in the mind. Okay. AKA the pineal gland, AKA the seat of the soul. That is supposedly where the spirit of God is located. Is in the very epicenter of our brain. Okay. All right. And so, if you grew up like in a religious background, of course you're gonna have people say, you know, that's an evil dream, or the devil's after you, or then you're gonna have some people say, oh, this is a dream sent by the source, or this was a dream sent by Allah, this was a dream sent by God. So one thing you gotta understand about that is those are religious concepts of what people think is happening while you sleep. Okay, remember, religion and reality is two different things. Okay, but you can mix the two. You can mix the two together. All right, and so if you were to step out of religion, let's just say you didn't grow up in your religion and you was just a human just existing and you had dreams. You will not compare your dreams to evil or good. You just wouldn't, because you wouldn't know what the difference between the two is. All right. You'll just see, you just have night thoughts in your imagination of things happen that don't please you. Then you have things that happen that please you. Okay. Now, this is what is happening when you are having dreams. Okay. Remember, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. That means that we are all interconnected with each other in some form or fashion. We are all connected to each other. All right. So sometimes when you could be having a dream, you could be having somebody else's dream. You know, like if you have a spouse or somebody that you land next to in the bed, since y'all are both spiritual beings, since we are all spiritual beings, and when we go to sleep at night, there's no limit to how far our spirits can go. Okay, our spirits can travel beyond this dimension to other dimensions and other dimensions. And when you're sleeping next to somebody, you very well may experience their thoughts in your dream, because at the time you guys are both asleep and you guys' spirit is connected. So you could also see other people's dreams while you sleep. And you might not even be next to the person or sleeping next to the person. This person might be somewhere else different. This person could be a family member or something. It could be somebody that you love the most. Like this could be your grandmother, or this could be your sister or something like that. People that you are really connected to, you could very well be experiencing their dreams at night when you sleep. Now, you say, what does this mean? Why am I experiencing somebody else's dream? Once again, we are all spiritual beings and we're all interconnected. All right. And sometimes dreams will let you in on the thoughts of another person. Wow, that's fascinating, isn't it? Wow. So yeah, when you go to sleep at night, since the dreams are spiritual, all right, the spiritual world is the world that exists that we cannot see. Okay. So there is some truth as to why you see what you see when you go to sleep at night, and it's about somebody else. Okay. So take note of that. I'm not going to tell you what it means, but only you can discern and interpret what your dreams mean for you. Okay. Remember, can't nobody really tell you what dreams mean. I mean, they have all these articles out here. They just giving you a blueprint of what they think it means based on their experiences in their mind. But keep in mind, nobody can really tell you exactly what your dream means to you, okay, and how it made you feel, okay? Everything is already within you. All the answers that you need to understand your dreams is all inclusive inside of your spirit already. All right, let's talk about nightmares. Nightmares are not nightmares, all right? A lot of people say, nightmares, boo, ah. Like, we live in a world where if we see something that is not to our liking, or it is like a dream that is something that we normally wouldn't do, that is considered malicious or something, we say nightmare. I mean, one thing you got to keep in mind too is that we as beings, we have a light side to us and we also have a dark side to us, and none of us are perfect. So sometimes when you go to sleep at night, in your subconscious mind, okay, you could have negative thoughts in your subconscious mind. It could be a phobia or something you have, like you have a phobia of spiders, or you have a phobia of crickets, or, you know, you have a fear of people looking at you. You have a fear of flying on an airplane, right? The subconscious mind knows your fears. The subconscious mind also knows what you're good at, what you're capable of. But the subconscious mind also keeps track of all the fears that you feel that you don't nobody else know. All right. So sometimes when you go to bed at night and you have a dream about what they say is a nightmare, it's not really a nightmare sometimes. It's really basically your subconscious mind just letting you know that you have a fear of this, right? So you're in spirit, you're not awake. Your subconscious mind is letting you know you are afraid of this. That's why it appears to have a bear. That's why you see a bear chasing you in your dream. That's why there's a coyote following you in your dream or something like that. Why is somebody always chasing you in your dream? Because your subconscious mind knows that you fear being followed or you fear somebody watching you or something when you're awake, all right? But when you're awake, you might act as though, or nobody may not know that you have a fear of being followed. So when you go to sleep at night, you can't escape how you really feel because it's just complete spirit. You're not awake to think and use your mind no more. You can't just X out your fears when you're asleep. It shows up. This is what you're scared of. You know what I mean? You're scared of your health declining. So you go to sleep and you have a dream about the ambulance coming to pick you up and you being in the hospital and all your loved ones coming to visit you and stuff like that. It's because when you're awake, you actually think that your health is declining, when in all actuality, you in good shape. Or you got a bad report from the doctor that day and they said, yeah, well, you have this or you have X, Y, and Z. And it really might not be true, but you go to bed thinking about it. And then as soon as you go to sleep and you cut your mind off, your brain is still working and your subconscious mind shows you a fear that you have when you're awake. And it appears to be a nightmare. So you got to keep in mind, dreams are not always bad as they seem. OK, and again, if you have bad dreams a lot, it's usually really not you. It's really the fears that you have about what you think could possibly happen to you. And it shows up in a symbol or some type of person or some type of thing. Remember, the universe that we know it as, it doesn't really talk like I'm talking to you right now. It really just shows you signs and symbols, and the universe works through nature. You might see a lot of birds in your dream flying, and you're like, what does this mean? Well, I'm gonna give you an example. Like if you went to sleep and you seen a lot of birds flying outside in your dream, okay, and I don't know you, so you're gonna have to see. You gotta see, one thing you gotta do is you're gonna have to be able to match up what you're seeing in your dreams with what's going on in real life. Okay, like let's just say birds. You know what birds do? Birds flock together in groups. They fly to wherever they want to fly to. They live in nests and stuff like that. And it's usually a lot of them together when you see them. So your dream could be an example is yesterday you was with a lot of friends and you guys were hanging out. It was like 5 and 6 of you guys. And, you guys were hanging out at this place, and inside the dream, you saw the birds outside your home, and then they all flew to a tree. And then what happened when you guys were together as friends, when you were awake, y'all was mingling and turning up and stuff. And then all of a sudden you guys split and you all went back home and went your separate ways. But when you was thinking about that, after it's done, after you finish thinking about that experience with your friends, you go to sleep. And you have a dream that you're in your home and you see a bunch of birds outside and they're so pretty or whatever and they're flocking together. And then all of a sudden the birds fly away to all these trees. It's just the universe telling you were thinking about what it knows as spirit right before you went to sleep. You were thinking about your friends and everything you guys did right before you went to sleep. So what I'm saying is this too, though. Be careful about what you allow your mind to think about, okay? Because even television, movies, music, all of this stuff plays a role in your mind. And your subconscious mind, which is that part in your mind, is always recording everything, even though you don't know it. Your subconscious mind is always recording what you are watching and what you are taking in. So if it's negative music, toxic music, if it's negative TV shows where it's like killing, violence, people suffering, massacres, if you're like interested in that type of stuff, your CSI, your First 48s, and you're watching all this stuff that is what is deemed to be entertaining to you, but it's really kind of like scary stuff. Then if you go to bed and you have nightmares all the time, then you know why. Because you're focusing your mind on things that are of fear, that are basically, they're not appetizing you. It's just, you just entertain to see, what this investigation like, or this person that got like hurt. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes down to do you want to have bad dreams or good dreams? All right. If you want to start having good dreams, you got to start manifesting things into your life that make you feel good, that make you think good thoughts, that make you go to sleep and have dreams about the things that you really want to dream about. You got to be careful of what you're putting in your mind. You got to be careful of what you believe when you're awake. Okay, if you believe what this person told you, which is a negative remark or some type of negative thing they told you, if you believe it and you accept it into your mind is going to remember that. All right. If you go and watch a movie that is, a real toxic movie and it's a lot of extra stuff going on, a lot of shooting and stuff like that, your mind is sitting there taking it in and watching it too. You get what I'm saying? So the mind is powerful and you can manifest from the mind whatever you put into it. That's why in the Bible it says, when it talks about planting seeds in the Bible, that's another way of how a dream works. If you went to sleep and you dream about a garden and you planting seeds in the garden, it doesn't mean you're gonna wake up the next day and you should. And the source is telling you to plant a garden in the backyard. Remember, the universe speaks differently through signs and pictures and stuff like that. The dream probably means be careful of what you're putting in your mind, what kind of thoughts you're planting into your mind, because you're not planting healthy thoughts. So that dream probably means change the way you think. You get what I'm saying? But don't worry about it. Listen, I know this is not easy to understand, but this is a start, okay? But this is what helped me start to put some positive things in my mind. And now I go to sleep and I have positive dreams. I have dreams about things to come that I don't even have yet. New homes, man. New specific people that's going to come into my life that's going to give me opportunities. All because I went out and I bought these 2 books right here. Now, this is my favorite book. Some of y'all already got it. The Miracle Power of Your Mind by Joseph Murphy. This book is amazing. It will literally tell you how to start thinking. And this is the sister of this book right here. It's called The Mind is the Master. And this is by James Allen. Okay? Man, these books are easy to understand. I mean, you'll get addicted to it. As soon as you buy it, you're going to get addicted to it. You're going to start reading it all the time. You're going to be like, oh, that's why I be thinking like that. That's why that happened. Because don't nobody explain how your brain works like this book right here. And like I said, this book, it might be thick, but all the stuff in here is so easy to understand. So if you want to get both of these books, man, just look at the bottom and click that link down there, that Amazon link. Use my link, you get a discount, and you'll be able to get these books today or tomorrow. And it's going to tell you basically how your mind works and what not to put in it and what to put in it. All right. So remember, this is how dreams and nightmares really work. It's not that you're a bad person or you're doing something wrong, the reason why you're having a nightmare. It's just fears that you are taking in while you're up right now, and you're letting it take over how you think about yourself, and you're believing into it. Don't ever believe fear. When you start thinking about fear every day, oh, somebody's coming to get me. Oh, they don't like me. Those are all lies. Remember, fear is not real. Fear is false evidence appearing to be real. Only when you believe in what is considered fearful for you, only if you believe it, then it becomes true. But if you just say to yourself right now, whatever I fear right now, if I fear a dog chasing me, the dog doesn't want to chase me. The dog is probably chasing me because it's scared I'm scared of it. You get what I'm saying? So the mind is a powerful weapon, and it'll start working for you if you allow it to work for you versus working against you. Now, not only do we got to stay healthy mentally, but another thing that could make you have bad dreams is when your health is bad. If you're not putting the right foods and substances in your body, you're not going to have good dreams. If you're drinking a whole bunch of alcohol every single day, you're not and going to sleep on wine or all the time, guess what? You're going to have those dreams that the wine is wanting you to have, that the drug is wanting you to have. If you're going to sleep high every single night, you're going to go to sleep having dreams where you're hallucinating about shit that doesn't even have to do with you. It's just because you smoked weed. All right? So you got to start being more healthy by taking supplements. If you aren't 100% healthy right now, taking supplements can boost your health, and it could help your mind think more clearly when you go to sleep. And then you probably won't even have dreams no more. You probably have just good dreams. And I have good dreams every night. And like I always say, sea moss will definitely help you have better dreams, man. I take sea moss every day. I just took some before I made this video. And this is vegan. It boosts your energy. It boosts your immunity. It makes you think more clear. All right. So if you want to get you some of this sea moss right here, man, it's gonna also be the link at the very bottom in the comment section. Good luck to you, man. Dream on, dreamer. All right. Dreams and nightmares. This is what it means. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if this video resonated with you. It's your big brother Trend. Check out some of my other videos right here in the meantime. Peace.